evening and welcome back to Ulti TV's live coverage of the Bologna Invite here in, well, Bologna. I'm Ali Thomas, joined by Andrea Gerossi, and we are here with the last game of the day that we are streaming here on our field. jinX from Berlin in Germany versus 3SB from the Czech Republic. Both teams have already played several games today. We have jinX in black starting on defense. Both of these teams have had losses earlier today. jinX took on Shout in their first game. 3SB also having a loss to a team that's currently escaping me. Oh, big hammer from Jana Shramova. They played against Jaka, 3SB played against Jaka. So both teams going up against some very elite opposition. Now testing each other out, and there's a travel called. Shramova doesn't seem to have realized.
Yeah, well, you said well, they started a difficult start for both teams, but yeah, doesn't seem to be the case for this offense for the moment. Big hammer, not shy, first point of the game. I'll take it.
I think the wind has died down a bit as well. Earlier, we've seen a couple of teams struggle, but it is a bit calmer now. We had a little bit of a light rain shower, thankfully stopped after about 5 minutes. And we'll see players reposition.
Nice
oh, high
break.
release, IO flick. Estokova near the end zone, gets out wide.
And she gets it.
What a beautiful break, and a hold by 3SB to start the game.
Wow, such a couple of nice breaks on the line, like couple of really close calls. I mean, one really laser flick, a high release flick, and then a laser round for the score.
She got so low for that, really having to stretch as far as she could go to get that disc out.
Good first point, and it was also an upwind point. So
yes,
it's important to note that, because the game is going to change now.
Yeah, there is a little bit of wind, and what there is of it is absolutely blowing from the end zone on the left of your screen. So we'll now see 3SB's D-line. Now they only have, I want to say 14 players here. It's either 14 or 15. So basically 2 lines. Yeah. Most teams here have brought at least 3, if not 3 and change.
Yeah, it's a long event, and you should have in Ultimate Frisbee a long roster, because you run so much.
So we saw a lot of zone in 3SB's earlier game. They're sticking with match here as a big shot goes up to Stebut.
Wow.
Who manages to reel it in, and that's a very, very quick, snappy point from jinX.
What a score from jinX. I mean, they make it look so easy. 3 passes and go, just like that. I mean, okay.
Should we call that?
We are here to see more of this.
Should we call that German efficiency?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Sounds like it.
Ghana to Gavic. Both Ghana and Gavic were incredibly pivotal in their game earlier today. Very, very strong players. I believe both of them are going to America this summer to play on the German World Games team. So really, really strong players to watch out for this weekend. So we'll see now the jinX D-line once more. Shramova fielding the pull. Passes to Mrazova. jinX with a cup zone. Dumps back to Shramova. gets off the swing to Toshnarova. Excuse me, that's Jakobin. Hall fakes the blade. jinX forcing 3SB further and further back into their end zone. They're running out of places to go. Manages to get one off. Toshnarova puts up a floater that's snagged by Geiger. Dumps back to Ville. Ville to Sagi. Geiger back on disc. Puts up a high release and a bit of a bump on Anik. But she puts out, oh, a lovely disc that is just unfortunately bounces off the hands.
Quite unfortunate catch for her. Such a pity. So it's looking so good in the middle of the everything over there. Such a clean throw.
So 3SB back on their end zone.
Let's see if the defensive pressure of jinX will be enough to get it back one more time.
They certainly are putting a lot of pressure on these handlers. And a big shot goes deep, was on the other side of the pitch. Sarah Toshnarova. And the jinX zone catching back up. Rasha Toshnarova puts up a high one. It's blading in at an angle. A little bit of Mac line there, but it's a score in spectacular fashion. Maybe not quite how she'd imagined it, but a score is a score.
Double, double, triple catch over there. But it's enough to score in Frisbee, so in Ultimate.
I mean, if it hits you in the stomach like that and you don't catch it, it's a bit unfortunate. So we'll see it coming in. It's just dinked off the hands and collected by Anna Zvorakova.
Yeah, they seem to struggle so hard in the early part of the point against the poached zone of jinX, but 3SB, I mean, they went up with a huge upline pass in a great fashion. And yeah, the catch in the end was a bit sketchy, but what can you do?
Yeah, the deep, I think, just napping a little bit on the wrong side of the pitch, not maybe not expecting from Shromova that throw.
Another nice pull from 3SB.
So we've got Charles in the middle of the pitch, finds Garnier. Garnier back to Charles. And Garnier again. jinX really like the little pop pass, give and go, get it back. Lovely inside break to Wagner, who finds Stabut. Von Stabut. Swings across the field to Garnier. She's got Wagner, but chooses Charles instead. Catches it in power position, but not a lot of options that aren't blocked by a pink shirt. Looking for the IO, but instead breaks all the way around to Von Stabut. Garnier once more. Big flat hammer across the pitch to Wagner. You love to see it. Wagner again. And then finds Liebert, her tall frame, easily catching that. That was a beautiful hammer and a beautiful point.
Made that look so easy, so damn easy. I mean, her and Charlotte Schall are putting so much work in this offense, so many give and goes, like given for free, and never giving a rest to this zone of 3SB. Always changing the point of offense, always going for another pass, another break, another scuba. I mean, how can you predict that?
It's true, especially since the wind's dying down a bit. Zone is maybe not the best option in terms of forcing turns, but in terms of saving energy when you do have
I mean,
a short
jinX
roster.
showed they have pretty good ends, pretty good handlers. So they showed us earlier this morning against Shout that they can throw, and they want to do beautiful hacks, beautiful passes, beautiful give and goes like that. We saw right now.
Toshnarova fields. Passes to Shromova. Back to Toshnarova. Oh, low laser through the middle. Goes to her knees to get it. Finds Shromova. Oh, collected with one hand. She's got Dvorakova. Oh, great bid
So
by
close.
Volkova. But it was just a little bit too far out in front. And now jinX have a chance. Their second chance at a break in this game. Looks like they're setting up in a fairly vertical setup. But now 3SB have set their zone. They're spreading out a bit more. Got Nust. Finds Muckstein. Back to Nust. Herkens. Oh, and just out of the hands of Herkens somehow. Maybe she was thinking about the next throw instead of the current catch.
Yeah, unfortunate mistake. Now 3SB against with a shot to score, and not close enough.
So another chance. Oh, thrown out the back of the end zone. Turning into a little bit of a grind this point. So in the last few games we've had a contrast between a point with no turns, and then if a point has some turns, it's minimum 3 per team. There's no in between.
Yeah, no, or either a super easy point or a hard fought one. And we have no middle grounds here in Bologna.
Beautiful shot right through the center of the cup. Got Muckstein to Nust. Oh, huge hammer! Oh, too huge, unfortunately for Hagen. She can't quite get there, but you love the ambition there.
I was ready for the huge layout, giving the dimension of this hammer, but the proportion of it.
It's early days in the game. Maybe we need to wait a bit to warm up the layout.
It's the last game of the day. Probably some tired legs. Or not.
Balletic catch and an easy open throw. I think that's the number 8, Sarah Toshnarova, just managing to sort of hang in the air to reel in that throw, and then just had a player streaking free in the end zone. And that is
as I was saying, tired legs, she proved me so wrong. I mean, such a sky-high catch. And we are looking at kind of a mirror match for now. I mean, both teams presenting a zone, both teams with, I mean, kind of good offense, except for couple of unfortunate miscatch and mistakes, but good throws, good flow, and they are both attacking zone pretty well.
Yep, it's all been holds so far. Not always the cleanest of holds, but holds nonetheless. So it will be a case of who gets the first break in this game. We're now 5 points in.
And as you were saying, the wind got a bit of a chill for now, seems so.
Court, pull. Govic finds Garnier. That connection that's worked so well for jinX today. Govic back to Garnier. She's got Scala underneath, but instead dumps it back to Govic. He finds Wagner looking deep immediately. At Charles. Dumps back. Oh, beautiful give and go. Scala on the far sideline. Little backhand to Wagner. And Wagner to no one at all, looking for Charles, but I think just misjudged her release height.
Such a clean offense, maybe too clean. I mean, what happened there?
Yeah, they do make it look easy, but of course the things they're doing aren't easy. And if there's a tiny break in concentration, all go to pot.
Yeah, they need to hold it because, yeah, you know, frisbee, so it's a turnover again. And
yeah, Krausheva just throwing it too far out in front, but there's going to be a stoppage in play. Injury. Is there a player walking off?
Not sure what happened.
I think it might be
Probably
the player on the far side.
On her own. I mean, I didn't see any contact over there.
No, she's rubbing her ankle. She's being consoled by one of the players on the sideline. So she will be replaced by the number 21, Zvorakova. So Wagner looking upfield. Cheeky inside to Garnier. Wagner. Cut slightly too early from Gavic. Garnier on disc. Ooh, fakes the big round. Wagner. Round to Liebert. Liebert on the front of the end zone. She's got Garnier, but the mark steps across to take that away. Wagner to Liebert. Classic give back. Give me the disc in the end zone. Lovely play.
Close catch, super close catch, tipped in. Perfect. Just what you need. And it was representing the point they've been doing. So give and go from the start till the end. I mean, fast passes, they seemed unstoppable. Just one tiny stoppage, get back immediately after a double turnover, and then easy score.
I've heard it said that the person who's most dangerous on the field is the one who's just thrown the disc, because their mark is putting the mark on, and so if you throw and then immediately follow your pass, you've always got the advantage, because they're A, probably not expecting it, and B, they're not set up in a good sprinting starting position.
These give and goes are as dangerous as difficult to execute. I mean, it's kind of the point, you know?
That's a huge pull. Gigantic.
Yeah.
So they've got the jinX D-line putting a lot of pressure. I think they're quite fired up by now. Toshnarova goes for a big one. Oh, and it's just too low. Zvorakova going to ground, but jinX immediately picking up and looking to try and get the first break of the game. 3SB still in their cup zone. Big throw across the pitch to Schulze. We haven't seen too much of her so far this game. She's been incredibly important on D so far. Well kept in by Geiger. And there's an out call. Okay. So I think the out call is potentially retracted. The sideline is was encouraging them to consult the camera.
Well,
but
seemed in to me, and retracted it is. So.
So the disc stays there. Got Anik to Schulze. Schulze to Stur. To Anik. Oh, fakes the scuba. Ooh, he's on the sideline. Stur. Across the field to Sagi. Schulze. Jasper to Schulze. Big one across the field. Oh, well fielded by Sagi. This very, very quick movement from jinX, really making this 3SB Cup work hard to keep up. Sagi. Back to Anik. Wille. I think everyone on the line has now touched the disc at this point. Sagi.
Yeah, 3SB are doing huge work with this zone defense.
Oh, Schulze right on the end zone line. Wille. Schulze again. Oh, that is a blade. Has that been caught? Oh. That was a decision. That was a decision.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard when you play against such a sturdy zone. I mean, they kept pressing it till the end, and they never letting an easy pass. And
oh, huge block!
Wow. I mean, 3SB maybe 14, 15 players. It doesn't seem so by the energy they are putting into it.
Definitely a lot of trust in your receiver to put it up when they're being marked by Kati Stur, who must be nearly 6 foot. Or maybe that's just because I'm sitting down. So Schulze on the end zone, looking back, looking forward. Oh, snagged by Sagi. Schulze. Anik. Using the width of the pitch. Oh, winds up. Big shot from Villa. Is it going to come back in? It is not. Gosh. So 3SB will have quite a short field to work with. A lot of them are just kind of chilling on the pitch at the moment. So 3SB will walk it back to the air quotes upwind end zone, since it's about as still as it was for the first game this morning.
jinX now choosing to go man, person defense against.
Oh, huge put. And there she is, they've done it. Dvorakova streaking into the end zone, pulls that one in.
How did she manage to take that in? I mean, to grab that in was such a hard catch on the sideline by number 20.
We'll see that again. We've got Shromova, who's been such an important handler for this team.
I'm sorry, number 8.
To Sarah Toshnarova. Dvorakova doesn't even look excited about that. She's just like, yep, another day at the office. This is what I do. So 3SB staying on serve. And jinX's D-line, though they have been doing bits, are still not able to convert any of these turns.
Yeah, I mean, they have this convincing offense, this deadly give and goes, but it's not enough to grab a lead in this early part of the game against this 3SB zone.
So we've got jinX coming out again on offense. It looks like they're setting up in a side stack, which is the first time we've seen them do this so far this game. Not sure how it's going to work against the zone. Oh, there we go there. Spreading out into a more traditional zone offense. Garnier on disc. Lovely blade round to Wagner. Who gives it straight back, little pop pass, and they're through the cup and off to the races. How on earth did Flora manage to keep that? That's incredible work.
I'm speechless.
Charles back to Ghana. They're just carrying on as if something amazing didn't happen, but I guess they still have a point to score. No time to hang around. Ghana getting closer and closer to the end zone. 3SB still in their cup. Charles gets a few feet. Big swing to Wagner. She's got Liebert, but a 3SB player gets in the way. Charles inches away. Ghana can practically step into the end zone from where she is. And Charles, she's on the line now. All it needs is one more pass. And that was so close. It almost looked like a handover. Wow. Just get it. Just get the disc. Score a goal.
Score, please, please, fast. I don't want it anymore in my hand.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. Ow. Wow, there we go.
Jokes apart, if jinX, pardon me, managed to keep finding these give and go from behind the cup, coming from under, I mean, they kind of look unstoppable. How can you prevent that? 3SB sure have to look out and put a stop to this chain of passes Garnier and Schall are putting on, because, man.
Yeah, it's those little, that cup, which is relatively loose from 3SB, means that those kind of little handler kind of pop passes are very much on. And then if you can, your momentum carries you kind of level with the cup, you can just break through, and then it's very, very difficult to recover as the defense.
On the other end, the jinX showed us that Garnier with the disc in hand can do basically whatever she wants. So you have to keep that also in mind. Still 3SB with the offense and with, for now, the lead in this game. So.
So 3SB on their brick mark. Oof. Oh, wow, she was so close to getting that, just fingertips away, but Zvorakova receives the disc as was intended, finds Toshnarova. Toshnarova looking upfield. jinX defense working hard but not able to contain. Fielded by Zvorakova, dumps it back. And a huge layout bid from Hugo Schurzer, but there's been a call. Schurzer was streaking deep, but sadly has to walk back.
And I was about to say, Toshnarova is putting on a show, a clinic with these inside flicks, but man, the defense was there. So pressing. And I'm not kind of sure what the call was on the disc. Probably just a contact away from the disc between cutters who were just there. My vision was kind of blocked, but hopefully we can resume play.
So it looks like jinX is going to keep possession.
Yeah, that seems correct.
But yeah, it's very hard to tell without hand signals what the disagreement is. We can but speculate.
Only chatty Andy signals, which don't really help.
There's only body language. That's
even if, as an Italian, I can't translate that.
Maybe if it were
my
shout
power
or
goes only to a certain reach.
So Schurzer still looking for that deep shot. Herkens looking for a round. It's very crowded around the handers there, but finds Rieder. Rieder to Schurzer. Rieder looking for Schurzer yet again, but the cup's making it very difficult. There we go. It's that give and go. They can all do it. They must practice it a lot. Rieder calling for someone behind her. Gets that from Nust. Nust to Wiener. And back to Nust. All the way across to Schurzer. Nust once more. Big blade across the field to Rieder, opening up a lot of space. Little pop pass to Nust. Not a lot going on upfield. They're happy to kind of swing it, dump it, swing it, dump it again. And just as I say that, Wiener finds Schultz gaining a few yards. Oh, and that's going to be an immediate uncontest. Not an uncontest.
No doubt on that, on that one.
So we're with Nust coming in on 0. Immediately finds Schultz. Another big blade. Safely collected with 2 hands by Wiener, who goes for a big floater that bounces off the hands of Marie Muckstein. She had a lot of time to read that, but I think it was just coming in at a weird angle.
Quite unfortunate. I mean, they went up all the way with this unstoppable give and goes, and then a quick upline pass was so close over there. Fortunately, 3SB defense was ready to get that.
Oh no!
I don't have time to talk about jinX are already up for it and keep going for the give and go in the end zone. Let's see if they manage to score. They are so close 3SB keeping the zone in front of the end zone restlessly.
So we've got Nust, finds Rida. Rida to Schultz. Rida again, fakes the lefty. And there's a call again. This play is moving so fast. It's absolutely incredible. There's just no thought process, just pop, pop, pop.
Not even room to breathe. I mean, they're so fast. They must for real practicing all year long.
Since January they've been practicing, I believe. But it does certainly feel like they've been practicing longer than that. I think from what I heard earlier, they have some players who are new in the sense they didn't play last season, but they're returning. So it's all kind of people who've been part of the history of jinX and who've played a lot with jinX already. So a lot of chemistry already in this team.
Yeah, seems to me the system is pretty solid.
There was a little bit of confusion there about whether that disc was to
saying.
Fiona. Yeah, just as we talk about all the chemistry. We've got Harkins on the disc. The 3SB is still with their cup zone. Schultz to Wiener, not quite a score. Schultz again, high release. Oh no, it's another bounce off the hands. This time from Maria Nust, and just so many passes.
Yeah,
must have been nearly 30.
Crazy how 3SB can hold the hand zone over there for so long, and Doroshenko again with a sky-high catch.
Yeah, 3SB aren't having any of this swinging. They just want to gain the yards with it. So we've got Mrazova on a beautiful bladey flick is fielded, and after all that patience from jinX, all the working, all the little passes, all the give and goes, it is 3SB who manages to get the hold.
Unbelievable. I mean, after all that, a super hyper long point, 3SB 15 players, they keep the lead.
And that's just an incredible throw.
Again.
Incredible.
She's
throw.
everywhere.
Yeah. Well, there are two of them.
Ah. Well,
there
Sarah
are sisters.
Toshnarova, she's everywhere.
One of two sets of sisters on this team, I believe. We have Rachel and Sarah Toshnarova, and then Anna and Marie Dvorakova. So, still no breaks, just holds, some clean, some not.
But still no breaks. No matter how many turnovers, and there has been quite few.
Yeah.
Offense has proven to be stoic.
Yeah, I will say though that the jinX holds, 3 out of 4 have been clean, whereas for the 3SB holds, only 1 of them has been clean. So that tells a bit of a story in itself. Big round to Ghana, looking for Charles. Charles immediately looking long.
Beautiful huck.
Gavich catches it. Gets round. Oh no. Now, Libat is very tall, but that was too much even for her.
Such a shame.
But yeah, beautiful effort. We're going to see that again. Getting out real wide, and you can see it just bobbles off her hands, even though she went full stretch for it. So we've got 3SB with a chance to break this jinX O-line. Oh, I think that might have not been the intended target there. But she snaffles it nonetheless. Krashova. The German sideliner calling for a hand block from Fenjagovic, but there's a call on the play.
It's getting heated up over here.
It certainly is. 100% calls from the sideline. I think they're already giving 100%. I'm not
Yeah.
sure they can give much more.
And this is jinX offense, so they have to give their 110% to get this disc back if they don't want to get a break.
Krasova finds a dump. Oh my goodness. Von Stibbert looked like she almost had that D, but it's fielded by Estakova. Oh my god, this is a game of inches, and there is the D from Lievert, making up for the fact that she didn't get that score earlier. And Wagner finds Schall, Wagner again to Garnier. It's a little bit of a pause before it goes back to Wagner. And there is the score. Yet another hold. We are still to have a break in this game.
I can't get a hold of myself. I mean, everything is happening in this game. End blocks, not hand block, layout D, not layout D, layout catch, miss catch. So tight.
Yeah, it really seems like on paper that jinX are kind of, they seem to have slightly better flow, but the score is still tied up. So that was Flora Scala with the score, assist by Rika Wagner, who's had quite a few assists this game. This is her third. So, 5-all, 3 SB on serve. What do we think needs to change?
I don't know, maybe giving, I don't know, different interpretation of the defense, trying one person defense and then switching back to man. That usually works. I don't know, maybe changing a bit of the offense too, but they seem to be steady on their choices. So
we've got 3 SB, looking like a 3-4 setup. But Rasha Toshnova looking for a big floaty one for Tlusta, who collects it. It's as simple as that.
yeah, I mean, I was sure the defense was gonna get it, but maybe I was I was misoriented by the perspective over there, because seems super clean.
So that's the first clean hold that 3SB have had since the very first point. So maybe something's clicking, maybe they, I don't know, something's going well for them, or even better than before.
Yeah, they had quite, they are really strong. They demonstrated us they are really strong in these quick inside breaks and inside throws, and now they went up with a big round huck, and was unexpected for sure by jinX side. Let's see if they can manage to even it up and keep the game as tight as it can be.
Yes, indeed. So we've got jinX coming out on offense now. And an early turn at about halfway is an opportunity for 3SB. Oh, big fake from Sakova. Slusta gets the round. Oh, but looked like it was falling faster than it should have. She's got a lot of ground to make up. Garnier puts up a beautifully weighted huck. Absolutely gorgeous throw. And I mean, what can you do against that?
Yeah, there was no doubt about it. Everyone knew, everyone knew.
Yeah, when you've got Rika Wagner streaking deep with her defender a few steps behind, there is no other choice.
And I mean, I have to be honest, it looked shaky in the first part for jinX, because they had a mistake in their half of the court, and 3SB also managed to open up the line with a good break, but then another quick turnover, and Anna Garnier as you can see, doesn't even have to wait.
Very true. So Wagner is now leading our stats here with 1 goal, 3 assists and a block. So we'll see if anyone else can catch up to her. Hello to everybody watching on YouTube. If you are not subscribed already, do consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of April. And if you are enjoying our content, please do consider becoming a patron of us. You guys are the ones that help us bring live Ultimate content for free to you here on YouTube. Ah, Toshnarova with another big throw. This one, unfortunately, not finding the right target. So jinX intercept. Oh, lovely throw. Back again with the give goes. We've got Rida, Vena. High one to Harkins, collected. She's looking around for something upfield. She had a couple of options behind her. That's a big hammer, but I think it came out of her hand a little bit wrong. You've got to love the ambition. And a huge throw from Shomova. It's dinked. Is it going to be collected again? Oh no! Fiona with the MAC assist. That is
like
just
that.
Oh, that's too lucky for 3SB.
You never want to see that.
No, you hate to see it, but that is why it is so important to catch your Ds. Otherwise, you end up with situations like this. So we'll see that again. It's a big throw. Fiona manages to get a hand on it, but it's just enough to dink it out in front of Zvorakova.
And so we find ourselves still with 3SB in the lead.
And we have a timeout here. I think something has to change because both teams have kind of tried a couple of things. 3SB have done a bit of zone, they've done a bit of match, jinX have done the same, and neither seems to be particularly effective at shutting the other team down.
For sure a pivotal point in the match. Coming in into the half time, you want to get the half time. You don't want to let the other team have it.
Now, I did not read the tournament pack as carefully as I maybe could have. So I think at 40 minutes, it's a half-time cap.
Is already half time? All right. So.
Oh, that was half-time. Was that half-time? Was that a 6-all Galaxy point? We'll see when they switch ends. We'll see when they switch ends. So if it is halftime, jinX will be coming out on offense.
Yeah, with the offense.
So then I guess we won't know. jinX singing a little song in the middle of the... They are really hyped. Look at that, the sideline's getting hyped as well. We've got Milan singing the song now, it is catchy. And 3SB are hitting back with their own little chant.
It's a chant war now, it was a frisbee war.
I don't think it's halftime because 3SB started that end. No, they didn't. jinX started that end.
We have many doubts.
Who even knows what's going on? So you can see the sun setting behind the trees as jinX set up their O-line. I'm going to go ahead and say that was half because I didn't see either of the teams call a timeout.
Seen too long of a timeout with the chant also.
Yeah, and it would have been a weird time to call a timeout, I think. So we've had half. We're on top of what's going on.
Galaxy point, apparently.
Yeah, so it was a Galaxy point and we missed it. Ah, terrible. Okay, we've got Scala looking for Ghana. Got Charles instead going up the line, who shoots long. It's a beautifully weighted throw. Fenjakovic, no 3SB player anywhere near her, and that is a beautifully easy point for jinX, straight out of half.
10 out of 10 throw. Nothing to say about that. I mean,
yeah, that's the kind of throw that you show to someone and you say,
yeah.
I want to throw like that. Can you teach me to throw like that, please? Just catching it in power position after going up the line.
This is a school lesson throw, I mean.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Maybe it's around here expression, because here in Bologna, as we have a huge school movement, we always like a school throw is an easy to catch throw.
Okay.
So because you have to be a good thrower to train to throw to the kids, because not everyone is a good catcher, you know. So
yeah, yeah, no, that makes sense. I like
but
that
anyway.
expression. No, that makes a lot of sense. That is a ginormous pull.
Yeah.
Shromova to Toshnarova.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Toshnarova to Toshnarova. Oh my God, what incredible bid! Wow, leaping like a salmon. Oh my God, and she just gets up and throws a completion like it's nothing. Toshnarova again, big bladey flick. She's got 2 3SB players. Zvorakova. I mean, wow.
3SB are made of steel. I have no words. I mean, we've been keep repeating it. They are 14 players, 15 players. I don't even know. How can they keep on going like that? Laying out, running it deep. They do everything.
Okay, I've just counted and it's 14, unless I'm very bad at counting, which is also a possibility. So we'll see this here. Oh, wow, just outstretched and then going to ground. And then Shromova finding Toshnarova, who you can, oh, look at that little communication.
Go for it.
Yes.
I want to throw it. Please let me do it.
She has been throwing quite a few of those this game, and indeed today. I think she's rather fond of that throw, so it's lovely to see it coming off for her. And we are at 8-7. We have not yet had a break in this game. It has all been holds. Which D-line is the one that is going to get the first blood? So
not a bet I want to make for sure.
yeah, we will see. So Ghana, looks like jinX are with their side stack once again. Gavic finds Wagner on the sideline. Wagner motioning to her left, but doesn't get anything there where she wants it. A straight IO shot, wow, high to Ghana, who collects it like it's nothing. Charles finds a dump. She's got Ghana in the end zone. If you've got Ghana in the end zone, she's probably going to score a point.
What a couple of beautiful offenses we witnessed, both from 3SB and from jinX right now. I mean, breaks, over breaks, and then over back into the flow, open flow, and easy scoring. I mean, they seem unstoppable. The only stop is themselves, apparently, for these couple of offenses.
So we'll see this here. You've just got Gavic. She can see Ghana. She knows exactly what she's going to do, where she's going to go, and just hits her with a flat pass straight to the chest.
Perfect connection.
That's the thing about this jinX offense. Like, it's not big, it's not flashy, it's just quick and solid and precise.
Just as you would expect from a proper German trained offense. I mean, that's what everyone says, and maybe there's a reason to it.
It's another big floaty pull, going to be fielded by Toshnarova. Oh my God! Hugo Schultz out of
was
nowhere
that?
with a gigantic layout. Muckstein immediately picking up. And there it is!
Wow.
The first break of the game, and it is from the jinX defense.
You were looking for a switch into the game. I mean, that's one.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Abs-
Insane.
Absolutely incredible. And this is also great from Muckstein as well. Just, and then the flow into the end zone. That is a quick break. And we're going to have to see if 3SB can answer back equally quickly, because we're getting onto this game now.
Yeah, you see how they were super fast. They didn't even have to think about it. I mean, you have to take advantage of such a huge layout. You don't get those every day.
No, you absolutely do not. That's the kind of one where you're like, I'm glad this game is streamed, because I want to watch this back 50 times and show it to all my relatives.
Yeah, that's for a lot. What a last game of the day. I mean.
Yeah, it's hard
and
to believe.
Another hack.
Oh, that one's going to sail out of bounds. Let's see if this jinX D-line can get another break now that they're fired up from that layout and that score. But it looks like that was dicey. 3SB player maybe calling it up. There's another 3SB player calling it down.
Way too far for us to see. Let's see if the replay helps us.
Not helpful.
I believe it's called down, yeah.
Okay, so the answer to my question was no. The jinX D-line will not be able to put in another break just yet. So 3SB with another chance to hold their offense. Toshnarova to Toshnarova. Sarah standing. And a shot through the middle will find no one. It looks like there's a couple of players who she kind of had in mind for that throw, but it was too far ahead of all of them.
Always these quick breaks. Maybe this one was too quick.
So we're just being told on the other fields that Valkyria are up on Yaka 8-4.
Say what?
This is the Valkyria who also, I believe, beat Shout on Universe?
Yeah, the same one, I believe.
Something's going very right for Valkyria this weekend.
Someone is going to have a good day.
Yeah. So we've got jinX back on offense. So lots and lots of quick give and goes once again. Anik dumps it back and gets it back again. Oh, Blady throw. That's almost an indoors throw, and it is so still that you can do that sort of thing. Schulze dished it off to Sagi. Sagi back to Schulze. There's a lot of black shirts and only one pink. So that is another break after 3SB defense just not able to keep up with the quick flow of the ladies from Berlin.
Impossible not to score. I mean, they had so much space, so many black jersey over there. Another one offense for jinX. Another break for jinX.
Yeah, wasn't as flashy as the previous one, but a break is a break and a point is a point. And it looks like jinX are starting to pull away from 3SB. We did see this earlier in 3SB's last game. They were hanging in there, and then the tiredness started to creep in. You start to feel the burn in your legs, and it's just so hard to keep running, especially against opposition of this caliber. So we'll see it again here, just no one really anywhere near. Beautiful score.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to feel for 3SB because they put so much into it, and they had a huge game up until now, but now in just a few minutes it took a turn, right sideways turn, and jinX is up by 2 with a pretty convincing lead now. With a couple of really fast breaks, and let's see how it goes from here.
Yeah, so they've now scored 3 on the bounce, a hold and then 2 breaks. So 3SB are going to have to battle back. We've only got another 25 minutes or so in this game, and that's not going to do it for them. That's an overthrow. jinX at about the halfway point, looking to score their 4th point in a row. So we've got Nust picking up. Big, expansive throw. Toshnarova not able to get in the way. Fiona finds Nust. Nust to Beigelbuck. Dumps it back to Fiona. And another lovely cross-field throw that jinX are so fond of. Got Muckstein. Centers to Fiona. Ooh, fakes that swing. Finds Nust instead. Little pop forward. Cheeky hammer. Love that to Villa.
You have to love that.
Villa looking for it once again, but it's back to Fiona. Nust kind of jogging up the line. Big bladey throw. There's really nothing much that 3SB zone can do about that throw. It's not what it's looking to stop. But in these conditions, it is on almost every time. And an uncharacteristic error, miscommunication from Rieder.
As they switch to person defense, comes the mistake from jinX, and let's see if now with a huge hack 3SB can put it, but no, the defense is there.
Yeah, Betty Villa saw how slow it was coming down and the angle it was coming down and was like, I know I'm tall enough to stop that. I'm surprised he didn't catch it, actually. She's picking it up now. Gets it off to Nust. Nust to Muckstein coming under. Centers. Swing. Looks like 3SB is sticking with that match defense now and opens wide. And that is lovely. Rosa Hagens had the steps and the throw was perfectly weighted to just come down right in front of her. We've got the sideline echoing Clapham's hammer chant. That is the 4th point in the row that jinX have scored. They are looking pretty unstoppable right now.
What an amazing throw. And throw after throw, jinX are proving what I've been saying from the beginning of the game. They have hands, they have handlers, they like to throw. I mean, they have such good they have such good hands. I can't get hold of it. they make it look so easy.
And I think we've got a timeout called by 3SB here. Maybe just trying to slow the roll of jinX. But jinX are so hyped up right now. They're singing their song again, and doing their little dance.
Yeah, they have to be happy. I mean, it was such a tight game till 8 even, and now something cracked. Maybe, as you were saying correctly, 3SB legs are beginning to feel a bit tired and a bit, you know, itchy, and it's coming to, it's getting late in the day, and both teams have been playing long. They have 3 games, I believe, today, so still with a short roster. It's hard to get to the end of the day, and as you were seeing for yourself, the zone, they always had this 4-cup zone, but in the last couple of points it seemed pretty loose, and it was not such at the beginning, and that's for sure an indicator of how this game has progressed.
I think you said something cracked, and I think it was an egg that had jinX's defensive line in it. I think they were reborn into this game anew in order to get these breaks that 3SB are they're just not able to answer this. And you know, I think again with 2 lines, finding an answer to that is so difficult. So we don't have a live score on the Yakavacteria Valkyria game. If we hear any more updates, we will, of course, let you know.
And another immense pull from jinX.
Oh. Schulze working very hard in the middle of the field. And a big shot. Shromova, normally the one throwing the hucks. Oh, and she can't quite get there in time. I guess jinX were not expecting her to go deep. If the throw had just had a little bit more float on it, that would have been a beautiful goal.
Yeah.
But jinx's D-line once again. Schultz to Sagi. But unable to connect with Jasper. So 3SB have another chance to hold and put a little break in the brakes of jinX. Shromova in her usual position in the handler space. Zvorakova to Toshnarova, who opens up the flick cannon, trying to connect with her sister, but it's another overthrown huck onto that right side end zone, the quote-unquote downwind end zone, which isn't technically downwind, but it's
was until
yeah.
recently.
you could think that it was, given we've just had two overthrows there. We can blame the wind. So we've got Schulze. Woof. Well reeled in by Stur. He's looking upfield. Just about caught. And the 3SB defense still working, even though we are more than an hour into this game. And a pick will be called.
Or double bicep flex, as Stefan likes
yes,
to call it.
he does indeed. So Sagi, you can see she's breathing heavily, as well she might, given how hard both these teams are working. So it's deemed that it was before the throw, so we'll be going back.
Yeah, I would like to have a GPS on her. I mean, she's been running literally everywhere on the field, and I'm not even sure if she had a rest up until now, because
yeah, the Toshnarovas have been playing a lion's share of points. Oh, big floaty flick, well reeled in by Stur. That's her second great catch of the point.
Oh, but unfortunate catch.
Yeah, Geiger just not unable to connect with Anik. We'll see it again here. Oh, just brushes through the outstretched hand. So we've got Mrazova finds Toshnarova. Looking upfield into her vertical stack. She's got Zvorakova, who's looking long for Ottova. Oh, and what a D! What a D!
And we've been seeing them doing it over and over again, 3SB with these long hacks, but not this time. The defense from jinX is there. What a read.
Leonie Jasper able to get up high and bat the disc from the outstretched hands. Incredibly well read and well done for avoiding contact as well. It's a huge put. Oh, but Schultz, an uncharacteristic drop. I think just a bit of tiredness creeping in here. So 3SB with another chance. So, Shromova finds Toshnarova. She's looking for the flick huck, but she had two options deep, and two options is often the same as no options, since there are too many players in that space. Mrazova still running hard, opens up a big round, well caught by Ottova. They're very near the end zone now. And Shromova with a point. 3SB are not done. They are still fighting. They are still in this.
Yeah, don't count us out. That's the message from 3SB. And as we're saying, these rounds, these insights, these throws from 3SB are really punishing, really punishing. It seems like there's no space for it, but they keep throwing it and finding that little tiny bit of space that's needed for scoring. So
you only need a little bit of space sometimes. That's all you need. So the sun is nearly disappearing behind the trees on the far side of the pitch. The score is 11-9 to jinX. Cap is at 80 minutes, so we have 15 more minutes before the cap. So still plenty of time for 3SB to fight their way back against this German team.
Plenty of time to even it up for sure, yeah. And as the game went, I would not expect anything less from 3SB.
They've shown that they have the chops, they've shown that they have the throws, the catches, the layouts. They have all of the pieces, they just need to put them together into a shape that is going to stop jinX. They've already put a stop to their D-roll. So we've got the offensive line back out. Schall on disc, finds Gavic. Gavic to Wagner. Sideline's calling for a hammer, but I think Wagner has other safer options. Garnier to Schall. Lovely around. Oof. Schall has Ronch de Boot, but a cut just a fraction of a second too early. Wagner back to Schall. The stack is quite far away now. Gets low, looking for Garnier, and Garnier out in front of Libat, who I think maybe would have liked to have that score. But there we go. Another clean, clinical hold from the jinX offensive line.
And look at the isolation they put between their handlers and their cutters over there in the end zone.
Quite
the
a
jinX train has come into town.
It's a rowdy sideline courtesy of the Wall City lads who are all done for the day and are eating their pasta on the sideline.
As we look again at this beautiful, beautiful upline pass for Anna Garnier. Yeah, as I was saying, they managed to isolate their three handlers in this last point, and they were surgical. With surgical precision, they managed to keep the disc alive despite the 3SB defense and score another quick point.
Just like, as you say, cutting through the defense with surgical precision. Very cold, calculated, clinical.
Oh. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, great
Sorry,
D by Maria Nust. And I think everybody was rooting for the Callahan there, apart from 3SB, obviously. But we all wanted it in our heart of hearts.
Yeah, it was so close. Everyone believed it.
So we've got Wiener. Fine. Sure, it's the... I mean, that's what you do when you've got a short field turnover. You isolate your fast players and slot it in.
Yeah, jinX showed us that they don't want to waste their opportunities. I mean, every opportunity they had so far in front of the end zone, they managed to get that quick in this second part of the game.
And the sideline are certainly loving the way this game is going, as jinX are edging ever closer towards winning. They have 2 points left to score. I mean, I think 3SB would have to change something pretty fundamental. We'll see this again. I think she thought about it, but she had just too much momentum to...
she was running too fast, probably.
Yeah.
Hard to lay out in that condition.
And also, you know, you can have trust in your team to put the point in anyway.
Also that, of course.
Why risk breaking your wrist? You know, you've already got the D. Already put your
humble, stay humble.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 3SB offense. It's starting to get a little bit dark, actually. The sun has disappeared. Visibility is dropping by the second. Toshnarova to Shromova. Looking for options, but the jinx defense. It's a Hail Mary. But no problem for Toshnarova. Schulze not able to get anywhere near it. What a huge throw that was. 3SB responding with a little bit of a give and go of their own. And it's the Toshnarova connection. What a beautiful point.
I don't know what's happening. I mean, 3SB still showing us such beautiful offenses. Something just, you know, couple of quick points and you find yourself down by 3. Not the best representation of how the game went, if you ask me.
I mean, that's the thing, is if you give even an inch, if you take your foot off the pedal for even a second, any of the teams at this tournament are just going to go, oh yeah, I'll have that. I'll score a point. And you know, when you're at your training, it's hard to put yourself in the mindset of, you know, this level of intensity. So I think, yeah, Toshnarova saw that Schulze had given her a step and was like, yep, going deep. Have a hack, thank you.
Yeah, every single like drop of concentration you have is fundamental at this stage of the day.
Some people in the chat rightly saying that, you know, all this talk of pulling away is a little bit undermined by the fact that we had Ranelagh up 6 points against Clapham. But
yeah.
I take that point.
I kind of get that point.
I'm going to stand by it in this case. Oh my God, that's a beautiful throw. There's a lot underneath it. Can Garnier get it? Of course she can! She's got Imbert in the end zone, but looks around instead. Looking for Wagner. Finds Wagner. Wagner to Imbert at the second time of asking. And oh my God, what a play by Anna Garnier.
1 versus 1, 1 versus 2. I don't care. I grab it. I pass it. We score. Everything is fine. Everything is beautiful. What a crazy point.
Bring it on. Bring more players. I'll sky them all.
Bring more, yeah. Whatever.
God, I can't wait to see that again. She just hopped up so high.
And I mean, she keeps making it look so easy. It makes me so angry. I mean.
So here we've got Garnier in the end zone. Not her fantastic sky, but at least we've got that beautiful play and the big smile from Imbert as she high fives her there. Going to be all smiles from jinX, provided that 3SB do not pull a Clapham and go on a 5-point D-roll.
She knows what time it is. She knows that this is match point for them from now on.
So, game to 15 no matter what. If jinX get this break, the game is over. And we can go and have our supper a bit early. So, big sideline. You can probably hear them. They're just to my left, cheering on their fellow Berliners. Toshnarova, it's going up. Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
How many players did that bounce out of
it.
their hands of? Everybody wants a piece. But 3SB are the ones who get the whole cake. Toshnarova looking into the end zone. It's a big round. And 3SB are going to fight this all the way to the bitter end.
She keeps doing it. These deadly rounds, these deadly uplines, how she does it.
I think there'll be a little bit of discussion maybe about contact there.
I mean, it was nobody disc over there. Everything happened at once, and nobody was aware of what was happening. So
yeah, and we'll see that lovely open side throw, and unfortunately some jinx players in the way, but we got the gist of it.
yeah, defense was there, but not quite there enough.
It just had enough angle on it to kind of curve round
And
the
those
defender.
are the worst kind of throws for the defense, because it's so frustrating when they come around. Because the positioning was perfect. I mean,
I'm just looking at the stats here. Rieke Wagner has 5 assists so far this game. But Rachel Toshnarova has 4, so we've got some high stats leaders here. So, jinx O-line, opportunity to put in their last point of the day. See if they can make it a good one. It's getting really quite dark now. Oh, huge put from Anna Garner, looking for Scala, and a beautiful end. I think that sums up the jinx O-line perfectly. That is just the kind of beautiful clinical throw.
you know what? It's too dark. I don't want to play anymore. Let's close it up with a 50-meter sack, and let's get this over with. I mean,
Jinx are like, I want my dinner.
yeah.
Let's go have some food.
Let's go have some dinner. Let's get this over with. But we're just joking. I mean, 3SB put such a beautiful game, and it was so close. I mean, just a couple of points. Quick breaks by Jinx, we stole the game away.
I mean, up till 8-8, it looked like neither team was really going to give an inch.
Anybody's game.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the legs of Jinx and of course their clinicality just edged it out for them. So we are going to go and have our dinner. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in today. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like, hit the bell if you want to be notified of more Ultimate content. We will be back tomorrow at 9 AM. The games we will be bringing you are leftovers in the mixed division from the Czech Republic. We'll be taking on Seski Discus from France. After that, we will have SUFC Valkyria, who have been on a bit of a storm today. They're going up against Bristol from Great Britain. Then after lunch, we've got Gentle Open versus Bad Skid and Jeuken versus Box. So lots of fantastic games coming to you tomorrow from the Bologna Invite. So thank you very much, everybody, once again for tuning in.
Alti.tv